Hi, I'm Healing Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this pop-up live doing natural hair henna and indigo treatment. Yo, this is a hot mess. This live stream is already a hot mess and it barely even started. So as you can see, I am setting up to do something with my hair. A couple of hours ago, I put up a community post saying that I was trying to get myself together, y'all, trying to resume just my routine from having recently returned from Louisiana. And y'all, I just cannot seem to get it together. I am hoping that by doing this reset with my hair, that's going to help me to get it together. This is, I believe, my third time doing a henna and indigo treatment. So if you want to know all of the specific particulars of like the whole thing, y'all check out those videos, YouTube shorts, community posts, where I go deep in depth on everything. I believe in the picture that I put in my community post, I put the ingredients of what I was actually using. All of that stuff is mixed up. I have combined the henna and the indigo. So I'm doing a 2-step treatment, but the first step is 2 parts. So I'm mixing henna and indigo in the first step. So 2 parts of the first step. And then the second step is going to be all indigo because I am looking for the darkest tones that I can get for my hair. I really want black, but if I end up with dark brown, that'll be fine. This is what the mix looks like, and I hope it's enough for all of my hair, but if it's not, that's fine, because really I'm just trying to focus on the grays and the front part of my hair. I've already shampooed my hair. I use this Maui Moisture Thicken and Restore Bamboo Fibers shampoo. I believe I had that in the community post too. So wash my hair with this one time. I have the mix. I have these gloves on. I have my cape. I have, hold on, my other longer glove. Let me see if I can find the other one. And of course, I can't find it just because I'm trying to find it. Hold on, y'all. I got so much stuff. If I could turn the camera like down and around and you could see everything else that I got going on, you'll be laughing just like I am, or you'll know why I am laughing. Thank you for joining this live stream. Whether you come in for a moment, stay the whole time, come in the beginning, the middle, the end, whether you come back for the replay, I appreciate it. I'm only going to be on here long enough to apply this first step. And then I have to let it sit for 3 to 4 hours. I'm thinking about getting under the hair dryer. Y'all know my hair dryer. If you've been watching my channel, you know the shenanigans with my hair dryer. If it'll stay on, if it'll work for me, I'm going to get under the hair dryer for at least an hour. And then the rest will be not under the hair dryer. So it's 3 to 4 hours not under the hair dryer. But if you get under the hair dryer, you can cut the time in half. So I can stay under the hair dryer for 2 hours and be complete and finish with it, ready to rinse out. Or I cannot do the hair dryer and just let it process for 3 to 4 hours just with my normal heat from my head. Y'all, let me see if I can find the other glove, because even though I have these on, I want to get the other one for this. Hold on. And let me, here it is. All right, so I have my other glove. I have my saran wrap and stuff for when I finish. Okay, y'all. So, oh, one thing that I did different, I put this in my community post too. So the first 2 times that I applied the henna and indigo treatment, y'all, the smell. That's the thing right there, the smell. So this time I added orange oil. If you can see that, I added orange oil, essential oil, and then rosemary essential oil. Now they do have some beneficial properties to the essential oils themselves, but y'all, the main reason I put the essential oils was to try to mask the earthy smell, the very earthy smell, because when I finish these 2 steps and I rinse this out, I'm not going to shampoo my hair for 2 or 3 days. And during that time, y'all, the smell. So you still smell the earthiness, but the orange is coming through. The orange is coming through, especially. I don't smell the rosemary as much, but the orange is coming through. Now, I don't want to drown the mix in essential oils, but if it could just at least, just kind of like take the edge off of the smell, y'all, I'm with it. So let me put these gloves on, and I'm not sure if I can see the comments or not. I'm doing this via StreamYard on my cell phone. So that's what I'm trying this time. We'll see if it works well, then maybe I'll do this again sometime. Otherwise, I would have to use YouTube. But y'all, YouTube just been giving me so much trouble. I mentioned that also in my community post. And if you looked at the Backyard Shenanigans upload that I did yesterday or day before yesterday, you'll notice that behind my Bible verse, instead of playing the music, it's just silent. It's just quiet. That's because I am so tired, y'all. For years, I have been going back and forth with YouTube about the music behind the Bible verse segment of my intro. It comes with the editing software. So, I mean, it's not copyright, but I'm tired of going back and forth with that. Sometimes they copyright it, sometimes they don't. Now they on a copyright kick, y'all, and I can't. Because when you go through the process of trying to prove to them that it's not a copyright, that the music comes with the editing software, the options that they give you, none of them equal what it is I'm trying to say. So, and I click multiple options and all that kind of stuff. And y'all, it's just not worth it. Hold on. I think I put this glove on backwards. Y'all, I'm gonna get it together. We 7 minutes into the live stream and I haven't done anything yet, but hold on. See, and this is why I like these gloves, because they come all the way to the elbow. And the reason why I put these blue gloves on is because one of the times that I did the henna, uh, like this glove, the outer glove tore, and I ended up getting a little bit of the henna indigo mix on my hand, which I mean, it rinsed off. I didn't have a problem with it staining. And also, if you see my face is extra shiny and stuff, it's because I put castor oil. Like, I was supposed to put it like around the rim of my forehead and on my ears and on the back of my neck, y'all. And I got carried away and I just put it all over my face. So that's what that is. Let me put this other glove on and make sure I put it the right way between the thumb and the pinky finger. All right. I have that. Like I said, this is my mix. The henna part has been sitting for about 4 hours at this point, and then the indigo probably about 30 minutes. The indigo doesn't need that long to set for the dye release. Just about 15 to 20 minutes, really, up to 30 minutes. But the indigo, that needs to sit for between 2 and 4 hours. Just look at your packaging, because different brands of indigo, for whatever reason, they'll give you different directions. I purchased indigo one time and they said it needed 7 to 8 hours to sit for dye release. So just read the packaging, but the average is like 3 to 4 hours. And this mix has definitely been sitting like that long. So I have the mix done. I have my applicator brush that I'm going to use, but I am also at some point going to use my fingers because I really want to work the mix into my hair. I'm going to start with this first part up here. I already have my hair section, and y'all, if you can see, hopefully you can see that. I can't really tell like how close I'm getting to the camera, but you can see the grays. Oh no, wait, what's going on? Okay, hold on, y'all. My phone. Wait. Oh, come on. Okay. You can see the grays, and I also put up a picture in the community post too, so you can see like the grays. And y'all, honestly, the grays started popping through like 3 weeks after I did the last treatment. So that just go to show you that my hair is growing, and it's proof to you too. Like if you think, oh man, my hair is not growing, it's not that your hair is not growing, y'all. It's more about length retention. And then here's another, just a little close up. Now I need to look at the mirror behind me because the screen on the phone is just so small. I can't hardly see anything. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna start off with a brush, with the application brush, but I'm definitely gonna go in with my finger. So I'm gonna start off by just applying the henna and indigo mix to like the outer edges of my hair, and then I'm gonna part and go down the individual sections. And y'all, this is definitely going to be a challenge for me to try to do this on camera. Hopefully I'm staying in the frame where you can see what I'm doing, but I need to look into the mirror behind me so I can make sure that I'm getting all of my hair. And then probably when I finish the live stream, or I don't know, at some point we'll see. I'm gonna try to, I need to make sure that I got every little inch and part of my hair, especially in the front here. And I'm putting this on kind of thick. The henna came out a little bit thinner than I wanted to. I thought I made it thick, but it came out a little bit thinner than I wanted to. So when I made the indigo, I made sure to make that thicker. So when I mix them together, it'll be moderately thick, because I don't want it so thick that I can't spread it around my hair, but I also don't want it so thin to where it's dripping down my face as I'm applying it. So you want to get it kind of like a yogurt or a pudding consistency. And look, y'all can already see these parts, y'all. The parts just live. The parts live to embarrass me. Every time I try to do something with my hair that requires a part, the parts just live to embarrass me. And I really want to make sure that I get the front of my hair. And I'm going to come back when I finish, come back and do the front again. So I'm going to apply the henna and indigo mix to the front of my hair, move to the back, and then come back to the front and do it again. Y'all, this is very difficult. This is very difficult to do. And I have my cape on. I have an old towel on the floor because this can get quite messy. I would hope that I'm getting a little bit better as far as like having it not as messy. The more times I do this, like I said, this is my third time. But it's still, this is a very messy process. What I wish I could do is like get in the shower, because I have a walk-in shower, and just put my whole camera setup in the shower and do this. That way, if something fall on the fall on the floor or splatter or whatever, it's already in the shower. And you know what? That's a good idea. I might do that the next time. I'm gonna think about that, and I might do that the next time, because y'all know I said I would never do no shower videos, but this would be me fully clothed, plus with a cape and all that stuff on. So I might consider that. That's a good idea. And I'm sorry if y'all hear a lot of like the plastic of the glove. I'm gonna apologize for that. but I need to protect my skin as much as possible. Even though I know, because there's body art henna, and I think this is body art quality. And of course, that's meant to stain your skin because this is body art. But it does eventually wear off. And I never had a problem with the, with the henna indigo, like staining my hair for weeks and weeks or nothing like that at all. Nothing like that at all. So this doesn't really bother me. But at the same time, I don't want it all over my skin if I can, if I can help it. So if you're joining me for this pop-up live stream, I'm applying step 1 of my henna indigo dye mix. And the step 1 has 2 parts. So I actually mix henna and indigo together to apply for this first step. And then the second step is 100% indigo. Well, I add aloe vera to it to help it. That's supposed to help it not to dry out your hair as much because henna is drying to the hair. But there are ingredients that you can use to help with that, and aloe vera is one of those, or one of the main ones. I believe I also put in amla, and I put a little bit of neem also in this. And you see, like right up here in the front, this gray hair. Now I covered that hair, and it popped up out of the dye. So that's why I want to make sure that I go back. So I'm going to do the front of my hair, like I said, but I'm also going to come back after I finish the back, and I'm going to apply another layer of the henna and indigo. And I'm combing this through, and I'm going to twist my hair up like I'm literally going to smother my hair with this henna indigo mix. And you need the henna as a base. Like I would never just put indigo by itself as a first step. That's how people end up with green hair. And I don't want green hair. You need henna as the base. And then the indigo will attach to the henna to give you a darker color. So that's what I'm looking for. And you see how I'm mostly just focusing on the roots. I'm not really going to the bottom, the full length of my hair. If I have enough to cover the length of my hair, I'll do that. But that's not really my focus this time. And I know that it'll mean that my hair overall is not exactly the same color, like through and through. Y'all, I'm looking for my other comb. I know by just focusing this treatment on my roots that the full length of my hair won't all be the same color, but that's okay. Like I'll catch it next time. I'm kind of just touching up my roots. And I want to make sure that I get every strand. All right. So that's kind of this first section. Let me put this over to the side. Now I still have this section in the back, and then I have this section at the bottom. So I divided my hair into 3 sections in the front. Y'all not think, and I'm not sure if, I thought I charged up my phone a decent amount. Okay, this is not gonna work because every time the phone dims. I'm trying to close this box. And of course my finger is not. That's all right. I don't think y'all can see the box. I can see the box, but y'all can't see it. But y'all, this is aggravating to me. I ain't gonna lie. See. Uh, all right. It's not gonna close. Y'all, hold on. But this is, and maybe this is a settings thing. It might be a settings thing. And maybe I should have, so if this was something that I could change the settings, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like I can. So it look like every 4 or 5 minutes or whatever, the screen is gonna dim. And the reason why I'm checking it out is because if you're typing something in the chat, I mean, of course, I can't type and respond, but I can at least see what you're typing and then respond to what you're saying. So if you have any questions on like my experience with henna and indigo, like I said, this is my third time doing it. Definitely ask me those questions, but I am not a professional of any kind, and I can only speak on my experience. Um, I don't have any, professional or certified or technical scientific answers, but I can, just share my experience. So if you have questions about my experience, then, definitely ask that and I can answer them to the best of my ability. And y'all, I'm hoping that I'm staying at least partially in frame because it's difficult trying to make sure that I'm staying in frame, but also being able to see, what I'm doing, y'all, because obviously I got to see what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that you can see, I'm trying to like lean close also. So you can kind of see the grades, you can see the coverage that I'm trying to do while I'm fighting with these parts, y'all. Because the screen on my phone is still small. Even having it out to like what I think is the largest screen is still small. And I'm not sure if I would have did this on YouTube if the display screen would have been bigger. I don't know. But I figured I would just try this on StreamYard just to see how the experience goes. So this is the bottom section of the 3 sections that I have for the front of my hair. And like I mentioned before, I'm really just trying to work on the roots. I'm not necessarily concerned with the full length of my hair. Um, just the roots. And y'all, this is really a challenge trying to see what I'm working with. I wish that I could use my cell phone, like the view screen from my cell phone, to see where I'm trying to apply the mix, but the screen is just too small. The viewing screen is just too small. So I need to look at the mirror that's behind the phone. All right. And hopefully you can see this application. And I have a ring light on. I have the light that Joy gifted me, and I have the bathroom light on. So hopefully y'all with all of that light, you can see what I'm doing and kind of get, if not an extreme close up, at least a good view of what I'm doing, applying this henna and indigo treatment. And this is my step one. And if you want to know why I mix indigo with the henna in the step one, and then I'm gonna follow it with step two with full indigo, it's because I'm trying to get the darkest color that I can achieve for my hair. I'm going for, I really want black, but if I can't, I want to get dark, the darkest brown that you can get. If I can't get the darkest black. And I know that I might have to, well, I will have to do this process multiple times. This is my third time, but I have low porosity hair, and my hair is very resistant to dye. Like very, very resistant to dye. And I knew that going in. So I knew from the beginning it was going to be a multiple, um, like multiple application process over time. I already knew that. So that's not a deal. Y'all, now, how is it that I parted my hair? I parted my hair. You saw that, and there's no, I don't see any part. Y'all, look at this. This is ridiculous. Hey, Joy, how you doing? I was just talking about you. I was just saying how you gifted me the light, and I'm using your light, I'm using a ring light, and I'm using the bathroom light. Y'all, how is it that I'm parting my hair, but I don't have a part? Like, what's parts live to embarrass me? I promise y'all. They live to embarrass me. Um, Joy, let me know if you can actually, like, if you can see what I'm doing. Of course, that's the whole point of the live stream. I'm trying to show the viewers what I'm doing. But let me know if you can actually see me applying this henna and indigo. I know it might not be the best. I'm not an expert at lighting and positioning and all of that kind of stuff, but I'm trying. I'm trying. And I have to look behind. I have to use my mirror that's behind the camera so I can see what I'm doing. If the StreamYard view was just a little bit larger, I could use that and then not have to worry about being in and out of the frame. But the view on my cell phone is just too small. Maybe next time I do this, I can try with my laptop. And I thought about that, but the reason why I didn't use my laptop is because I did not want a chance getting this mix all over my laptop. Y'all, I'm trying, but this is more of a mess. This is it's just a challenge because I'm trying to stay in frame so you can see, but at the same time trying to make sure that I'm getting all of the hair strands. So I could get all the hair strands. I mentioned this in that community post too, that I'm recently back from my cross country road trip to Louisiana. That's where I'm originally from. I went to visit family. And I definitely focused on spending that time with my family. So I didn't hardly post anything. I might have did one or two YouTube shorts, maybe a community post, but it was time to spend with family. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm thankful and I'm grateful every time I get an opportunity to go home and visit my family. Um, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the time with my family, y'all, and of course I enjoyed the food. Even though I have to admit, I didn't eat as much as I could have. I put it like that. I didn't eat as much as I could have, but I ate enough. Now, y'all, I'm hoping. Now, see the screen went dim again, so I hope y'all can see me. I hope y'all can still see me. But I didn't eat as much as I could have, but I ate enough. One thing I missed though, no, not a whole the whole screen done went black. Till okay, I think I'm back. This is gonna be well. This already annoying. For every few minutes to have to take the glove off, you know, tap the phone and all of that. So this might not have been the best idea. All right, so I got one section down, and let me just go over even more. And I am gonna come back because now y'all see, you can see how I'm really smothering and drowning my hair. You saw all of the grades before I started, and if you missed it, take a look at the community post that I posted a few hours ago, and I tried to show you the grades because y'all they definitely there. Um, they are definitely there, but I'm trying to cover them. I'm catching them now. When I move to the back of my hair, if I have mix left over, I'm gonna come back and tap them again. The main focus is my roots. I'm not really worrying about the length of my hair. All right, I think I said that like all of the time. Um, But like I said, yeah, going home, I really enjoyed the time. Y'all hear me say that sometimes everything ain't for the gram, even though I'm not on Instagram. I only have YouTube, but everything not for YouTube either. And when I want to share something, I pop up a video or YouTube short or a community post. But those things that I want to keep for myself, that's what I do. I keep them for myself. And obviously, all of us as content creators, we do that. The stuff that we want to share, we share. And then the stuff that we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't. And that's like natural. So Um, I did miss y'all though for the time that I was at home. I did. I miss y'all. I miss uploading. I miss sharing the comments and stuff. I miss hearing from you. And I do appreciate the few times that I did post something. I appreciate those of you who did, comment and stuff and say hi. Joy, my ace. We like two peas in a pie. Oh, y'all. And I think, Joy, I don't know if you posted this up on your channel or if you want to say anything about the upcoming live stream. If you want to, please share that in the comments so people can see it. Um, but if not, please don't feel don't feel like you have to. I'm just trying to, give an opportunity for you to share if you want to. Y'all, I'm trying to get back into my rhythm and my routine, but I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. It's not that long that I've been back. And so I think I'm just still tired, driving that drive. So I'm driving from Southern California to Southern Louisiana. And that's, you know, it's a good little distance. And I'm driving by myself. Um, I tell you what though, thank goodness for full self driving on my 2019 Tesla Model S. Not hashtag not sponsored, but I'm just saying. Thank goodness for that card because it definitely helped. Oh, y'all not see? Look, you see the grays right here? Y'all see that? Yeah, I'm about to catch all of that. I'm going around the outside first, just like I did the other side. And then I'm going to come back in and part it and apply some more. But um, driving in my car definitely helps me with the road trip, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Okay, yeah. So you see, Joy put that in the chat for a live stream tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern time. So 12:30 Pacific time. I can't read all the words. It say April foolishness, maybe April foolishness in the garden, or just April foolishness. I'm gonna be joining Joy for that live stream, and I want to thank her for helping me to, kind of just get back into the swing of things between this live stream today, y'all, which is a complete shenanigans mess. Hopefully, I'll be better organized and just better positioned on everything to talk, tomorrow during Joy's live stream. But I think I might actually be outside in my garden. And so it might be just as, it might be the foolishness, y'all. It'll be the foolishness and the shenanigans. But, if you got time, make sure you check us out during a live stream, or if not, come back and watch the replay, please. Whether you are a beginner, intermediate, or expert gardener, or maybe you just thinking about it, thinking about starting your own garden. We talk about all kind of stuff. Joy is the organized one, and she tries to keep the conversation on point, y'all. I'm the cat out of the bag, and if she let me loose, I'm liable to talk about anything, y'all. Don't hold it against her though, cause it's me. It's me, y'all. I'm the wild card, but um, she keep me reined in as best as she can to make sure that everything go at least halfway decent. But that'll be tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. So check us out for that. I have you're right with that emoji, because that's just, yeah. Y'all, I recorded what I was gonna say, a product empties video. The raw footage is over an hour long, and it's actually gonna be a longer form video because I had so much stuff saved up. I was gonna do that video like right before I left, and I didn't get a chance to do it before I left. So I recorded that. Like I said, it needs to be edited and uploaded, y'all. But as soon as I look at it being like an hour worth of footage, I got to tell y'all, it's a little discouraging. It is. It's a little bit discouraging, especially because I'm trying to get like back in the groove and just looking at that. And like, my goodness, I got to edit that down to however many minutes. I got to edit it down. And I haven't done it yet, y'all. I'm going to try. I think I have a couple YouTube shorts that I'm trying to edit. Y'all, look, that stuff might not never make it to the light of day. But I'm gonna try to just get back in the groove and move forward. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is so hard trying to do this and then stay in frame, trying to see what I'm doing. You see this right here? You see, if y'all can see all that gray hair right up in there? That gray hair pops out of the dye. And you have to have it completely covered, because if even a piece of the strand is not covered, then you won't get that henna and indigo dye on that strand. And y'all see, I am literally smothering. I'm smothering my hair. And I still might miss a few strands. All right. That'll be it for this section right here. Because all of this, y'all, we 40 minutes into the live stream and I'm still just trying to get the front sections of my hair. So far, my experience with doing the henna and the indigo, the results, I like the results, y'all, and especially the first time. If you get a chance, go back and look at um the community post, but also like the before and after from the first time I did the henna and indigo, yo, I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe it for real. I could not believe it. I was like, what? Yo, my hair was looking like, I don't know. It was definitely salt and pepper in the front, like in this front part. The back of my hair was still very dark. Of course, I had some gray strands in the back, but the front, yo, it was very salt and pepper. And by the time I finished, look at that screen. God dog it, right? I missed it. The screen is completely black. Okay. Um. All right, here it is. Wait. Okay. I really wish the screen was bigger. Let me see. Is this a way? Okay. This is a little bit bigger, but not still not big enough. But y'all, the difference was like 90 days, like for real. And from that moment, I was like, yeah, I could see me doing this, repeating the process, doing it for a long time. Because my gray hair, I like my gray hair. And I want my gray hair, but I want it to come in the way that I want it to come in, like in a particular order, y'all. I want the strands to be gray where I want them to be gray. And for some reason, y'all, that's not how it works. The gray hairs turn gray where they want to turn gray. And, right now we're not on the same page. So until they start growing in the way I want them to grow in a particular pattern, y'all look at me being so selfish. But you know what? So the point of me doing the henna and indigo treatment is not to uh like destroy my gray hair or cover them up for life or anything. It's not like that at all. It's just that it's the pattern is too sporadic. Like there is no pattern. And I want them to grow the way I want them to grow. So um thankfully with the henna will cover the current hair. So like wherever the henna and the indigo hit, they will cover that. But as your hair grows out, the grays will come back, or the brown, the black, whatever your original color is. It'll come back. And then, like I said, as I see it coming in and growing like I want it to grow, eventually I'm gonna stop doing the henna and indigo treatment. But I can see like for the foreseeable future, like this will be the only way that I dye my hair. I'm not gonna use a box dye. I'm not gonna go to the salon and have it professionally dyed because I don't want those chemicals in my hair. Now, one thing that you might see me do, and I wanted to do this a while back, even before it was all the rage, but then kind of when it came into the rage, y'all remember when they had all of those the hair companies were doing those like the little dyes, blue and gold and red and green and purple and stuff like that. They were doing those dyes. I was gonna do it then. Well, like I said, I wanted to do it before then, but when that came out, I was gonna do it. And some kind of way I let that time frame pass me by. And then I kind of forgot about it because it was just like a fun thing. But I let that time frame pass me by, and you know, I let that pass me by. Now, but that's something that I wouldn't mind doing. And those are temporary colors, just something to have fun with, just to play around with. So you might see that at some point. Y'all, when I can't tell you, I can't say, yeah, 2026, you're gonna see. Y'all know you can't trust me. You can't trust me to make no promises like that. So I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. All right, so let me see. Y'all still see? Yeah. I still see some gray right here. And even though I'm gonna come back, I want to try to get as much coverage as I can initially. Now, after I apply all of this to my hair, it has to sit for 3 to 4 hours if you're just wrapping your hair and using like the heat from your scalp. But if you get under a hair dryer or you take the time to like sit down and blow dry your hair, if you apply heat, you can cut that time in half. I'm going to try with my hair dryer. Y'all know my hair dryer be sometime. It might work for 15 seconds. It might work for 15 minutes. It might work for an hour. You never know. I know one thing. I got to use it on medium. I can't put it on high. That's not, it's, if I put it on high, y'all, it's going to cut off. In the most, about 5 minutes, it's going to cut off. So I'm going to try that and see if we could just cut down on the time, because now I'm not going to come back and do a second live stream, but the step after this, after I let this sit and after I rinse it out and everything, the next thing is to apply the indigo. And that's going to be indigo and aloe vera. And the aloe vera is so the indigo doesn't dry your hair out so much. And that's another reason why I added aloe vera to this first step with the henna, because henna can dry your hair out too. So aloe vera is supposed to help with that. But I'm going to do that second step off camera. I'm trying to get all of this stuff done like before I go to sleep tonight, because I don't want to come on Joy live stream tomorrow with no cap on my head, because I still have indigo in my hair. I'm going to try not to do that. But one thing I'm going to try differently this time for the first time, I might, y'all, if I can remember it. I did some research, and apparently adding just a pinch of salt to the indigo will help the indigo. I think it helps the indigo to like adhere to your hair more. I put what it does in that community post, just in case I don't want to, pass out no wrong information. But I think it helps the indigo like adhere or stick to your hair more, like stay on your hair or whatever more. So I think I'm going to try that. And it's just a pinch of salt. Like, I saw somebody for an entire application, they only use like 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So it's not a lot of salt. And it looked like the person used just regular table salt. And I think I might have some regular table salt around here somewhere. I know I do, because the last time I was killing weeds in the backyard shenanigans garden, I pulled up the weeds and I sprinkled a little bit of salt. So I have some regular table salt around here, but I don't use that in my food. I don't use regular table salt for anything except for killing weeds. I use Himalayan pink salt, Celtic sea salt, Hawaiian lava salt. Like I don't use table salt. That's not what I do. Now I grew up on table salt, so I'm not, I'm just telling you what I do now. When I was younger, I grew up on table salt, but I don't use table salt anymore. Like I said, for anything except for killing weeds, which I need to do also. And if I do the live stream with Joy tomorrow outside, I'm gonna be trying to get some work done because I'm also trying to motivate myself, y'all, to like get back into my routine. I'm like, oh, I just feel tired. I feel just exhausted, really. Um, and I don't know. I feel like it's starting to have a little effect on me because the more tired I feel, and like the longer it takes me to get up in the morning, the longer it takes me to get going, it just creep in that then I don't, you know, then I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And then I look at the clock, y'all, and you know, half the day is gone by. And for me, like if I haven't like gotten up and got moving and shaking and stuff by like 10 o'clock in the morning, depending on, my schedule. If I haven't done anything by 10 a.m., I feel like the whole day is wasted. I do. And I mean, obviously it's not because it's not even noon yet. It's not even lunchtime, but I'm like used to being up and going. Now, when I resume my schedule, oh, I'm definitely going to be up. Like whether I want to get up or whether it take me extra time or not. I'm going to get up because my schedule will require it. And I'm not going to have time to play around. But as I ease into, just taking this time to like ease back into my schedule, y'all, it's tough. God dog it, the screen. Let me try to hurry and catch it before it go black. Okay. All right. Yeah, easing back into my schedule, y'all. Like this time around, it's been extra tough. Like I ain't gonna lie. Usually I take like 2 or 3 days to rest and just get myself together and get going. But y'all, this time, there's more than that. Hey, do y'all see these gray hairs still like sneaking through? As much as I done plastered, but that's all right though, y'all. Cause look, y'all see on this live stream. And if you're here for the live stream, I appreciate you. Whether it's for a second, a minute, an hour, however long, I appreciate you. And if you come back for the live stream, I definitely appreciate you. But you see, we at the almost 53-minute mark. Y'all see, and you have seen how many layers of this henna and indigo mix, even though it came out a little bit thinner than what I want, because I see that it's kind of soaking into my hair, which I like. But you see how the grays just keep like popping through. They just keep popping through. But you know what though? We're gonna see who's gonna win this time. Is it gonna be the grays keep popping through, or is it gonna be that I have enough mix? Do I have enough that I make enough mix to like drown these strands? Okay. All right, y'all. And I have used the majority of the mix on the front part. Oh, wait, y'all. Is that another section I have in the front? Yes. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me see. No. One, two. No, okay, this is the back. So I have my hair section in 4 in the back. So I think this is it. Okay, for the front. I think this is it for the front. Y'all. All right, so I have the front done, and I'm just gonna twist this and get this out the way so I can work on the back. And I still want to save some, y'all, to put back in the front. Yes, I'm coming back to the front, even though it might not be with a lot. I'm still gonna come back to the front and do even more. Okay, now how am I? Let's see. How am I gonna show y'all with the back? Let me just clamp this so this doesn't come down. And I hope that y'all can see. I hope that you can really see. All right, this is the front and what it looks like. And y'all, that light that Joy bought me, I'm telling you, it's really, I really can tell the difference, you know, in the lighting. Even though I have my bathroom light on overhead, I have this ring light right here. But I have this other, the light that she got me clipped on to my phone. And I really can tell the difference. And I do appreciate. Let me see how much mess I have on the floor. Not much, y'all. Not much at all. No, you know what? I should do the bottom first. Let me see. See if I can keep. I'm gonna do the bottom first, and hopefully that'll be easier for you to see. Also, uh, now my hair. I can't really feel it through the gloves, but I think my hair is still a little bit damp. You don't want your hair to be soaking wet because then you'll end up with the mix dripping down your hair, and you don't want that. You want it to stick to your strands, y'all. And I've been using this brush, but I'm almost to the point of just applying this with my hands. And y'all forgive me, but I have to go off to the side. Hopefully, I'm still in frame enough where you can see. But trying to do the back with the brush, um, because I'm doing my hair myself, it's easier for me to just use my hands. But I need to be careful because I didn't make as much mix as what I usually make because, like I've said multiple times, I really just wanted to focus on the roots and not the length of my hair. And because I already put so much on the front, I want to make sure I have a little bit for the back. But honestly, y'all, I'm not really worrying about the back. I'm not. Those hairs, and I do have braids in the back. I do have braids in the back, but like for some reason, y'all, they don't bother me. The braids in the back of my hair don't bother me like the ones in the front and on the top. Now hold on. Y'all, I got hair. God dog it. Hair stuck in the Velcro that's on the neck of this cape. I had hair stuck in the Velcro. And yes, I probably snatched it and broke it off. It's all right though, y'all. I promise it's not gonna affect your hair. Um, my hair have definitely already started growing back. Y'all, I still cannot believe I cut off that much hair. Y'all go back and watch my video where I showed you how I was trimming slash mini chopping my hair. And that video I did, that was after I had already cut my hair. I had already started cutting my hair. So I did a full round of trimming. And then I came back and did the video where I cut some more. And I cut like the shortest length was 4 inches. The longest length was 8 inches, a little bit over 8 inches that I cut off total. And you can see, you know, my hair is still, you know, like still kind of long, but y'all notice, y'all, if you've been watching my videos, you know, like if I did my hair like this, it would be out of the frame. But it is definitely still in the frame. I cut off a significant amount of my hair. And like I said, I am, y'all, I'm surprised. I am surprised, but I'm not worried or concerned because it's going to grow back. And it has already started growing back. And I can tell that by the grades popping up. And they popping up by the root. And it's not because I didn't cover my hair. So it's not because the henna faded. It's because my hair started growing. You know, it not started growing, but it continued growing out. So I'm going to just part this one time, put a little bit mixed because I am running kind of low and I do want to have some more to come back to the front. But I still have 4 sections you know, that I need to cover here in the back. So this is the first section. And when I do the indigo, I might make enough to cover my hair. So with this step, as long as I have some henna covering all of my strands, even if it's just a little bit, you'll know it's all right. Now you'll know if I missed covering some of my hair with the henna, because when I come back with the indigo, if I do my whole head, if you see some green, that means I had indigo on my hair where I did not have henna. So some people say, you know, henna turn my hair green. Henna turn my hair green. When I tell y'all, you know how they say never, y'all, but I was just painting the end, but it's not possible for henna to turn your hair green. Henna will turn your hair reddish tones, even some orangey highlights. It'll do that, but henna will not turn your hair green. The green comes from applying indigo without using a base of henna first. That's how you get green hair. So if you want green hair, just dye your hair with indigo. It'll be nice and green for you, and you'll be good to go. But y'all don't give henna that bad rap. You know, of thinking that that's why your hair is green. It's it's quite literally impossible. Okay, y'all. Now look at the screen going dark again. This is really aggravating. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to quickly go through these other sections, y'all, because you see the process. The process is not new. I'm pretty much doing the same thing, but I did this live stream so I can come back on and connect with my peeps, kind of let you know what was going on, let you see me do this henna treatment. But if you watch the first time or the second time that I applied henna and indigo, like, you know my process, like, you know what the deal is. I'm not doing anything different. The only thing different this time I did in mixing my ingredients was to add the orange and rosemary pure essential oils. So not fragrance oils, like pure essential oils. And I did that to help mask the smell. Now, y'all, where this came from? This one is, let's see. Oh, come on. I have hair tangle. Hold on, Joe. I'm coming back. I see that you wrote something, but I'm trying to save my hair from this alligator clip. You say you heard prune juice is something is blocking the thing, but like prune juice for a purple tint, you know what? That might be true. I don't have any experience with that, so I can't say. But you know what? It might be. You think if I put prune juice in my hair to get my hair to runs? Yeah, I like prune juice though. I like prune juice. Um, and I think I tolerate it a little bit better because it doesn't like absolutely, you know, hit me like that. Hey Mike, how you doing? What's up? Hey man, look, I know you're passing through and I appreciate you. Me and Joy doing the live tomorrow. 3:30 Eastern time, 12:30 Pacific time. So if you have, you know, if you got time, you know, help us spread the word, you know, let people know about that. That's gonna be for gardening. But you know what though, Mike, I appreciate you because you come through for all of my videos. I don't care what I'm doing, even though I know, you know, like you mostly with the gardening community and stuff like that. I don't care what I upload. Mike always show me love, and I sure appreciate that. Thank you very much. And tell your wife if she found some on sale on them seeds. Cause I see you been add to your stash, Mike. I see you been add to your stash. You know what I'm saying? But you know, share the knowledge and the wealth. Because can you have too many seeds? No. No, you can't. You can't ever have too many seeds, especially with all the stuff that's going on now. Look, y'all, as much as you can do things for yourself, go ahead and try to do that. Please try to do that in all areas as much as you can. Being self-sufficient and sustainable, for all kind of things. And everybody can't do everything. I understand that, but what you can, try to hook that up. And we should be doing that anyway. If you think about like just 2 generations ago, it was the norm. It was regular. That nobody put a label on themselves. Nobody like got extra credit. Like literally everybody. Gardening, like sewing your own clothes, growing your own food, raising your animals for your meat and stuff like that. All that stuff was regular, y'all. And it was a part of daily life. Now, it's extra. And people get extra credit for it. Um, I mean, and if that's what it takes these days for people to do it, you get all the extra credit you want. You can get all the extra credit you want. Just look out for yourself and, try to do stuff for yourself and for your family as much as you can. Because you can see you can't depend on anybody but yourself. And as soon as you start depending on other entities, I would say when they turn the switch off, then you the one left out. Like they're not left out. You the one left out. So just do what you can as you able, as you have the resources. I'm not asking anybody to try to do anything impossible, but I'm just saying, like, look out for yourself and look out for your family as best you can. So, but thank you, Mike, for dropping in. I really appreciate you. Like I said, you come in for everything, and you've been doing that for years. So you're not just like just now popping up and supporting. You've been doing it for years, and I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Now, y'all, I'm gonna leave this section like this because I'm really running low. Let me show y'all how much I have left. I'm kind of running low, and I still need to come back and hit the front and the top of my head with this mix. So I got the back two done, y'all. I put a lot more on this side than I did on this side. Um. Okay, here is the back. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, man. Tell them squirrels I said hi. Y'all check out his channel if you want. If you want to know a little bit on that inside scoop, y'all check out Mike's channel. That dude is like the squirrel whisperer, and not just squirrels, but the squirrels. Yeah, I think they done took over his channel, honestly. But y'all check out Mike's channel. Check out Joy channel. Everybody that come in the chat, hey, if you wanna I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff. I don't have the bot thing, that night bot or whatever bot that puts your channel. But if you want to put like the link to your channel, YouTube channel, Instagram, blog, all of that stuff, y'all put all that stuff in there. I know my channel is not, as big as other people's, and I don't have that much traction, but like you never know who might pass through. So put your stuff in the chat if you want to. Everything like your channels, your Cash App and PayPal, all that. Whatever you want to put in there, please go ahead and put it in there because I feel like it's the least that I can do. It is the least that I can do, y'all. And at this point, if you ain't noticed, I'm basically just slapping this on the back of my head, y'all, because I'm running out. Let me show you how much I really don't have. I don't have a lot left, y'all, at all. I don't have a lot left at all. Let me I'm gonna part this. And I don't even know, did I part that other section at the bottom? Did I divide that in half to try to apply some mix in the middle? I don't even think I did. So I'm parting this. Let apply some. It's a good thing I'm just trying to focus on the roots. And like I said, I purposely made less, less mix, y'all, but maybe I should not have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And let me see. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm getting out of frame, but I'm just trying to see what I'm doing and make sure that I get at least some of the mix on the majority of my strands. I'm excited to see the after, effects of this particular treatment, especially when I come back um with the indigo, like with the straight indigo. Now, when I rinse this out my hair, which is gonna be like 4 hours from now, between 2 to 4 hours from now, I'm gonna rinse my hair out. And y'all, it's just gonna be community posts. I'm not even gonna come on and do a video or anything like that. Check out the videos from the first 2 times, and it's like the same thing. I think the only time I'm probably gonna do videos on this, just because it's so just messy and so hectic and stuff, is if I do something different. If I add a different ingredient, or if I, really change my technique or something like that, come on, I'll do another video. But otherwise, I'll probably just do community posts. Like the next time I think I'm gonna do this is gonna be probably like mid-May, somewhere between mid-May and early June. It depends on how fast them grades pop out, because in about 3 weeks I think I'm gonna see some grades, because that's just, y'all, that's just how my hair do me. It grows, and it grows pretty quick. So I think in 3 weeks I'm gonna see some grades, but I'm probably gonna do it, mid-May um, to early June. And this is gonna be a regular, uh, like a regular hair treatment for me. It's gonna be a regular hair treatment for me. And I'll just, most of the time, I'm just gonna tell you that I did it, and just refer you back to the previous videos. All right, now I'm trying to get this top section, and I can't see, so I'm trying to feel. I'm trying to feel. Y'all, is there grays popping through up here on the top somewhere? They teasing me, y'all. They making fun of me. They're telling me, aha, you can't cover us up. But I'm gonna come back. And like I said, if I don't catch them with this henna and indigo, I'm gonna catch them with that indigo. I really just want to get this all done today. Because I don't want to still be dealing with this process tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Y'all know I'm back on my trail walk. I'm back on my trail walk. And tomorrow, being April the 1st, I am starting a new nutrition plan. I believe I talked about it on, I think, my vlog in the car. Or y'all, wait, I might not have uploaded that yet. I might not have uploaded the vlog in the car. So I have a vlog in the car. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I have a vlog in the car where I talked about it, and I may have also mentioned it on the product empties, which I definitely have not, because that's a longer video. I think that vlog in the car is like 10 minutes, but the product empties is like an hour. So I need to edit that down some. But starting tomorrow, I'm I'm going to really like jump back into my health, wellness, fitness, nutrition plan. And by being the first of the month, so April 1st, and I'm not doing like April Fool's Day, like for real. I'm getting back into it. And I talked about this before, about carnivore and ketovore. And I know before everybody clutch their pearls and all that kind of stuff, like I keep saying, what I do to my hair and my body and all that kind of stuff is not going to affect you. I promise. No matter how many steaks I eat, how much bacon and eggs, how much baked chicken, and all of that, no matter how much of that I eat, it is not going to affect your health and your digestive system and all of that kind of stuff. So, but that's what I'm going to be starting tomorrow. So I want to start off carnivore. And I explained all of that and what that means to me. Y'all go back and find the video or the YouTube story or the community post, because I talked about that before. But I want to start off with that. And then if I get to a certain point where I feel like I'm having a challenge or I'm struggling, but I still want to stick with clean eating, because that's the whole thing. It's about clean eating. I'm going to switch to ketovore, and that's basically for me, that's carnivore and adding vegetables. So the stuff that I'm going to be eating, I might as well go ahead and tell you while I'm touching up the back of my hair. So for me, carnivore is eating beef, chicken, seafood, lamb, duck, if I can find it. But I'm cooking and eating everything from home. So I'm not eating any food outside the house. Not even like quote unquote healthy restaurant food, or like if you have a tender greens or Panera bread or you know supposedly healthy food. None of that. Everything I eat is gonna come from me making it at home. So all kind of beef, steak, hamburger, um, bacon, what roast, all of that chicken, all kind of seafood, fish, shrimp, crawfish, lobster, scallop, like all of that. I'm also going to be eating eggs, um, hard cheeses periodically, not for like the first 2 weeks, but hard cheeses. I said eggs, um, half and half or heavy whipping cream periodically, probably in my coffee. And I'll be drinking coffee, tea, and water. I do have those Oikos protein drinks. It's 30 grams of protein in it, and it has stevia extract, so it doesn't have sugar. It has 1 gram of sugar, no added sugars, but the sweetness comes from the stevia extract, y'all, and that stevia. How many people like stevia, y'all? No matter how little, you have to get stevia just right, like just right, not to get that aftertaste. And these drinks are good, but they still have a little bit of aftertaste. That's going to be a last resort for me, especially in the first 2 weeks, because I want to try to be as on point as possible for those first 2 weeks. And I'm going to try to do carnivore for the first 30 days. So this is a 90-day challenge for me. It's a personal 90-day challenge for me. And the first 30 days, I want to try to keep it as close to carnivore as possible. Like I said, if it gets challenging or I'm, feeling like I need some variety or whatever, then I'll add some vegetables. Because after the first 30 days, then I'll open myself up to transitioning to ketovore. So it's everything I had on carnivore and then plus vegetables. No fruit though. No fruit. The fruit will come like on day 61. And I will only add fruit like sporadically because I have a sweet tooth and I know what triggers my taste buds in my stomach. And I do not want to go down that slippery slope. So yeah, that's gonna be coming up for me. I'm probably not gonna talk too much about it. So I mean, you hear me saying it now, and like I said, if I upload those other two videos, you'll hear me mention it. But it's not something that I'm gonna be talking about on a daily or regular basis because for whatever reason, when you start talking about carnivore, it just brings up such a negative um I don't know, people just really are adverse to that as compared to if I said that I was doing vegetarian and I was only eating vegetables. You know, I would get hand claps and applause. But if I say I'm going carnivore, it's like, oh no, you can't do that. You're gonna do this gonna happen to you, that's gonna happen to you, you know, and they have people because of course I've done my research and like I said, this is for me. I'm not asking anybody to do it. I'm not, you know, nothing. I'm just letting you know what's going on in my life. But people have been carnivore for years, for decades. People have um I'ma just say improve their health and wellness because I'm not a medical person of any kind. Don't play one on TV or on YouTube. But people have I don't even want to say I'm gonna just say they have improved their health and wellness by following that, you know, that eating plan. And I hate to say diet because the diet is the food that you eat, no matter what it is. It's the food that you eat. So if you eat healthy food, if you eat not healthy food, all of that's still your diet. All right, I'm gonna twist this up in the back, y'all, because we at the hour and 22-minute mark, and I am just um about ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna use the rest. Let me tap that kitchen back here. Y'all know how I say always get the kitchen. Do not leave the kitchen out. Catch that kitchen. That's what I say, y'all. Catch that kitchen. Don't leave it out. I'm gonna take the rest of what I have here and come back to the front. And then I'm gonna wrap my hair up and like I said, try to do under the hair dryer. Y'all, but like I got to have the fan on. Like I have the fan on right now, but I got to have the fan on and hope to stay under the hair dryer at least for 1 hour. So it'll probably be 1 hour under the hair dryer and then 2 hours not under the hair dryer for a total of 3 hours. Um, I will mix up the indigo mix. That'll be my step 2 of this treatment. And it'll be indigo, aloe vera, and the pinch of salt with some warm water. I will apply that. And then that only has to sit for either 1 hour under the dryer or 2 hours not under the dryer. I don't know. Well, it's 2:40 my time right now. So 3, 4. So I'm gonna say probably about 7. I'm gonna just say about 7 o'clock. I will be applying the aloe vera and the indigo. So I should be finished by midnight. You know, with cleaning up and all that kind of stuff, I should be finished by midnight. So y'all, let me just come around here to the front. Y'all, let's see if we can y'all check and see. You see, I think up in here somewhere, I can see it if I look behind the camera, look like some grays trying to like pop up, y'all. They trying. They trying, but I got something for them. I have something for them, and y'all, I am wait, hold on, let me come this way, and you can see I am like packing it, I'm packing it on, and I got to get up here too because if y'all looked at those pictures on that community post, Like those grays, like up here in the top. Look at this one. Look at that one popping up. Yo, they don't quit, but neither do I. All right. And then it's easier for me on this side, but I'm gonna try to make myself. So let's look at all of this right here. Let's try. I see some grays like trying to pop through right here. All right. And even if I miss some strands, I already know like overall, it's still gonna be, I'm gonna see the difference. I'm still gonna see the difference. Yeah. Yeah, Joy. All that. All that. I eat meat and I eat seafood. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had a choice between, and when people say meat, most of the time they mean in red meat, which is like cow, bison, lamb, red meat. Um, and that's what I think some people kind of just, kind of are adverse to eating a lot of red meat. But carnivore, well, the lion diet is all red meat. But carnivore does include, like I said, chicken, seafood, non-red meats, non-red meat proteins, eggs, But yes, that's what some people kind of, maybe that's what get them, and they like, oh, that seems too heavy and it's too much fat. You can cut the fat off the meat, right? You don't have to eat the meat. There's a such thing as lean red meat. I'm just saying. But yeah, people just, I don't know. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. It's cool. That's why I'm not asking, I'm not saying, join me in this challenge. Nope. I know better than that. I know better than that, even though there are so many carnivore YouTube channels. Um, and they are very successful channels too. But this is not a carnivore YouTube channel. This is a multi-topic, multi-content YouTube channel, which is why I think I kind of get stuck in the abyss of the algorithms. Because as some people say, YouTube don't know where to put you. Whereas if I was 100% natural hair channel, or if I was 100% garden channel, or even if I was 100% carnivore channel or health and fitness channel, it'll be easier for YouTube to, put me where they want me. But I refuse to be boxed in, y'all. I'm not going to be boxed in. I'm not going to be told that I can only, talk about one thing because I don't think I could. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Like only have a channel and like exclusively just talk about one kind of thing. I don't operate like that, y'all. I couldn't do it. But shout out to the people who do, because those are the channels that are more likely to have, like the thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and stuff like that. So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you get claps and applause and all the positive emojis and all of that. But yeah, I don't think I could. Y'all, I'm scraping the bowl, just putting the last little bit and really trying to like work this in, like really work this in, kind of mush and mash this in. Let me get back here. I just have a little bit left. And I have not found like getting a little bit of this henna on my skin, like my face or arms or hands or whatever. I haven't found it to be like permanently dying or something. Y'all know somebody not calling me, interrupting my live stream, but I'm gonna have to call them back. Hopefully they'll leave a message. But we almost to the end, y'all, anyway. I appreciate you being here. If you passed through, if you stayed the whole time, any amount of time that you was here, I appreciate you. If you're coming back for the replay, I definitely appreciate you as well. You know, please take a moment to like this live stream, subscribe to my channel. You know, check out my channel. Like I said, it's a multi uh, content topic channel. So just check it out. If you see some stuff you like, um, you know, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm also gonna be reorganizing my playlist, and I'm gonna um break down my playlist because it's basically like natural hair playlist, garden playlist. I think I have an unboxing playlist, but inside like the gardening, I'm gonna break that down a little bit. Inside the natural hair, I'm gonna break that down a little bit, even though I think the natural hair topics are, but I'm gonna reorganize and revamp um my whole like playlist. So, you know, look for that. I'm gonna try to have that done by the end of next month. So like throughout the month, I'm gonna be updating that just to help people better find like specific um, content that they want to see, especially because I'm, you know, a multi-content channel. And some people, even for, you know, like gardening, you might only want to see the garden tours, or you might only want to see uh my videos on dragon fruit, or you know, stuff like that. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'm just about finished, y'all. God, dog it. I'm almost finished, y'all. And the screen still going. Okay. Oh, they did leave a voicemail. So now see, they was kind enough to leave a voicemail. Then that mean I gotta call them back. People that call me and then they don't leave no voicemail, to me, it must not be important. That may or may not be true, but if you don't leave a voicemail, then, you know, to me, you leaving it as an option for me to call you back like within the same day. Now, I'm gonna get back to you, but it might not be for a little bit. All right, y'all. I have a little bit. I'm just gonna scoop this up with my hands and kind of put this in the middle. And I'm gonna use every little bit. Y'all know how I say waste not, want not. And I mean that. Like, I mean that. I'm just gonna dab this in the middle right here. And I have just about used up everything. And this is just like about the right amount of time frame and everything, because like it's just starting to like crust over in the bowl, kind of like dry out. And the you don't want your mix to dry out. Not in the bowl, and definitely not in your hair. Now, the last thing, so I'm gonna take these gloves off, and let me put them in my sink. Get my towel. So I have all kind of stuff to like wrap my hair up with. Try to move some stuff out the way. I have, y'all remember for the last time I found this green cling wrap. So the first video I had the clear one, and then I couldn't find the clear one, y'all. I looked all over for it, and then I went downstairs in the pantry or whatever, and I found this green. And y'all, where was the clear? Where was the wrap? Right here underneath my sink. Right underneath my sink. So okay, I didn't want to touch my hair. Even though I have these gloves on, I didn't want to touch my hair yet. I'm gonna wrap my hair with these saran wrap. And this is definitely a challenge. Um, Trying to get this, but this green, the green cling wrap, to me, it's easier to pull apart than the clear. I don't know why, but it is better for me. Now it will stick. It does stick, but and just because I'm saying that it's y'all not is sticking 100%. It is just sticking everywhere. Oh, come on. Really? You know what? I quit. Just because, yo, this is completely like sticking all together on purpose. Just because I said it was easier to pull apart, it's going to stick on me. So I have to pull it apart. All right, let's see. I just want to get this first layer around my head. And let me get this that fell down. Y'all, what? Why the middle? Look. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's put this up here. I think this what I did last time. I kind of did this, but I had this kind of over, so it could be a little flat. Um, so it can be not 100% flat, but just kind of, be. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Just not be sticking completely out, be kind of flat. And I did not want to get these gloves this messed up, but I did. Let's see if I can separate this enough to just wrap it around the back of my head. I'm gonna come with another piece too to go over this, since this was so. Y'all. All right, I am just making like a complete mess. This is not going like it's supposed to be, y'all. See, that's why for live streams, you know what I'm saying? That's, this is doing this on purpose to me, y'all. Okay. This obviously, y'all. This didn't cover anything. Hold on. I can't. Well, I gotta take these gloves off now, and I'm gonna get a little bit of the. I'm gonna get a little bit of this on my hands, but I'm just, soap and water, y'all. Soap and water. If I have some red or some green hands or something for the next couple of days, it's all right. The results are definitely worth it. And I think what I did the first time is I left it on the road. I left it on the road. And at least until I got it the wrap around the back of my head. And that helped me. Yeah. That helps. Y'all know this is because I'm just not back in my groove yet. If I was in my groove, this wouldn't be so like silly looking. And no, y'all, I'm not trying to smother myself. I'm not trying to smother myself. I'm just trying to wrap my head. Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. And of course, some hair. Y'all, for real. That's all right though, because I have my shower cap. I have my shower cap to go over. And let me just get my ears stuck out, because when I'm underneath that hair dryer, y'all, I think I said this last time I did it too. Like I need my hair, my ears, y'all. It's like my ears gotta be able to breathe. So I have this. I'm going to, where's my little, I don't have my towel. I want to get my towel to like wipe around my neck a little bit, but that's all right. I'm gonna take this, and I've already used this for other projects and stuff anyway. So um I mean projects like hair treatments. So I'm gonna have this, and this will go down over, twist this, and then just put this in the back. There's a button back here, and just put this around the button. Okay. So this is the step one. So I mixed, and then I can show you now since my hands are free. So I mixed henna, I mixed neem, amla, and these are all powders, and aloe vera. That was one mix. And I just used warm water, very warm water this time. Last time I think I used coffee one time and tea the other time, or maybe I used tea both times for my liquid, but this time I just used hot water. And that was one mix. That has to sit for the 3 or 4 hours, the henna. And then a half hour before, there it is. A half hour before the henna mix is done, then I mix my indigo. And today I just use indigo, and I use aloe vera with some warm water. And I mix this 30 minutes before the henna is done. That way they can be done at the same time. And then I mix them together. I added orange oil and rosemary essential oils, and that was for the scent. Even though orange oil and rosemary have their own uh, beneficial properties, I did it for the smell, y'all. I did it for the smell. Now my hair is covered, saran wrap, shower cap, and this right here to help not to drip down. I'm gonna get under the hair dryer, hopefully for 1 hour. Then it'll be 2 to 3 hours air dry. I mean air process. Rinse this out. Um, I will make the indigo. It'll be full indigo, aloe vera, and warm water. And while that is setting for the dye release, I'll rinse all of this stuff out. Apply the step two, which is the indigo. Let that sit for probably 2 hours. Rinse that out, and then I'll be done for the night. So I'm not gonna shampoo my hair for today is Tuesday. So I will probably I'll probably shampoo my hair um Thursday or Friday. Maybe Friday after I exercise, then I will shampoo my hair. But in the meantime, depending on how my hair feels, so either Wednesday or Thursday or even like Friday morning, if my hair feels too dry, I'll probably do a light co-wash. If I have a co-wash in my stash, which I'm pretty sure I do somewhere, I'll do a light co-wash. If not, I'll just use the conditioner. So I use this shampoo, and when I do shampoo my hair, I'm going to use this again. But the matching rinse out conditioner, I'll probably use that just lightly through my hair. Um, Either Wednesday or Thursday or maybe Friday morning if my hair feels too dry. In the meantime, I will probably only put aloe vera gel in my hair, and that's it. So if my hair looking like rough and raggedy, y'all, until Friday when I shampoo my hair, like that's why, because I only have aloe vera gel. But y'all know aloe vera gel. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. If I could only have one product, one hair product on a deserted island and blah blah blah, this and that, aloe vera gel, hands down, no questions. I can cleanse my hair, I can condition my hair, I can moisturize my hair, and I can style my hair with that one product with aloe vera gel. For me and my hair, that's what I could do. So, y'all, I need to clean up this mess. Thank you so much for being with me today. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 hour and 45 minutes. I appreciate you. If you come back for the replay of this live stream, I appreciate you. Y'all, please like this live stream. Consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that notifications bell. Y'all know how I say like, share, subscribe, like, comment. Y'all know all the things. And I, you know what? Let me find where to press the button, and let me see. Here it is. Yes. Until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.